my grandbaby's listening to that rap crap. When Cynthia called me and told me she was pregnant, it made me totally sick to my stomach. I feel like my daughters have forgot the way I raised them, and I do not appreciate the way they live. Mixed breeds are not in my family, and now we have a black baby on the way.
So, Casey, you're here why today?
Well, my daughters brought me on TV to get my feelings out.
And what are your feelings about their fiancés or their partners?
Well, I'm not happy with the choices that they've made in their lives.
Right, like the partners they've chosen?
Yes.
Who would you have loved to have seen your daughters with?
I would love to see my daughters. Can we go to bed?
Are you really upset about this? Are you? What's so upsetting? What's so upsetting? What's the matter? What's the matter?
You can see on the screen yourself. The woman is so upset that she has two daughters, and both those two daughters are dating black people. I want you, on your where you are, if this situation happens, what will be your reaction? Why am I saying this way? We have been seeing that if this situation plays out, we know. We say this is discrimination, racism, blah, 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 blah. So let's watch this one. And I have another example. And I want we go and discuss and see and make a clear decision on this one. Okay, let's continue.
Huh? What's the matter?
You're too sweet.
Are you worried that because I'm black, you don't want to tell me how you? No, because I tell you why. Because I'm genuinely interested, and we've done a series on race, and I wouldn't have invited you here if I didn't want to hear what you said and have to agree with everything you say. But this is America, and you have a right to free speech. Don't you have it? Now you obviously love. Let me just tell you something. I shouldn't maybe reveal this, but I will. When we did the interviews with your daughters, both of them were absolutely glowing about what a fantastic mom you were when they were growing up, and you were there for them and everything. And, you know, and I think you love them very much. What worries you about them having black partners? Do you think people are going to look down on them or judge them?
Yes, I think people look down.
Yeah. Do you think they'll judge you as well? Do you feel?
No, I don't think I would be judged. No, absolutely not. I think they will be judged throughout their life.
Yeah. And you said, which daughter did you say tries to talk black?
Ashley, she tries to talk black. She tries to act it.
Dress it?
She dresses it. I don't think she realizes it, you know, because she's been with John quite a while. But
what kind of things does she wear where you think, oh my God?
Okay, so you can see that the woman is so upset, crying. And if we play the video more, she even doesn't want to attend the baby born, whatever, or the wedding, whatever. She doesn't want. That is what we call, let's say, in this case, it's as it is, it's pure racism, right? Right. But I have a question for you. Because all the time, when we talk about racism, majority of us usually point out what are things white people are doing. We say these are racist items. But what are the things black people are doing? What if a black person doing the same thing in this situation? Are we going to say with the same energy that this person is racist, who is a black person? What's your opinion on that? So let's go to this another video. We'll go back to the previous one of the white person, but this one is another video on the Maury show about paternity test.
Everybody welcome Tricoya to the Maury show. Now, Tricoya says that she was pursued by a man named Okoye for a year before she even dated him. And
obviously, we have to agree that the black lady, she's so beautiful. let's agree on that one. First of all, before you continue, before the craziness starts. Let's agree.
4 months into their relationship, Chakoya discovered that she was pregnant with her now 6-week-old baby, Rain.
The baby is so beautiful. You can see.
Look at Rain. Now, everything was fine until Okoye told his mother, Queen, the news. And that's when Queen, the mother, declared, Okoye does not date black women. He is not that baby's father.
Okay, did you hear that? The mother declares that my son, I'm black, my son is black, will never date black woman. I will come with my opinion on that. But I want to see if the reaction you are having when the white person says certain things will be the same comments, same energy when a black woman says similar things.
I know my son is not the father of that baby because he does not sleep with black women. My son only dates white women. Besides white women, he would only date Greek and Italian women. But that's it. I don't want anything to do with Chakoya or her baby. I can't even look at them. Chakoya is disrespectful, wild, and she will sleep with any man that comes along. Just look at her. She's a mess. I have to protect my son from Chakoya and all the women that try to put babies on him. My son is such a fine young man and popular. I will protect him from nasty young women like Chakoya to the day I die.
So that is the mother's opinion, that the son doesn't date black women. And the funny part is, if it's not white, has to be Greek or Italian. Italian are Caucasian still. Last time I checked, they're still white too. Okay, let's continue and see what this one is going to take us.
Here, look. Look at the nose. Look at their facial. They look alike. You can see it.
The nose is
you
the
can
same
see
for
she's
me.
identical to him. She don't look like me.
I mean,
she don't look nothing like me.
That does not look like a Greek or an Italian baby.
No, she's very African-American.
Yes, the baby is not Caucasian, it's not a mixed baby, or it's not international baby. So obviously, the baby is black, and the guy dated black. So the mother is upset because the guy, his son, the son doesn't want to date black. So those are the situations we are facing here.
What did Queen, by the way, tell Okoye not to do at the hospital?
Sign the birth certificate.
And
she
did
told
he?
him, don't sign the birth certificate.
That's right.
And he did it. He didn't
did
sign the birth certificate.
Okay. In
That's
fact,
my boy. That's my boy. That's my boy.
The problem of I understand the parents, we have to protect our children, to interfere, but certain things become too much. Certain times we go too much as if we are so much involved, like in this situation, like the previous situation where the parents are so much involved on things which are not theirs. Certain things, let their children, they are grown up, they can do certain things on their own. Obviously, you can advise, but you cannot go and interfere like that way.
are you kind of proud that your son is a mama's boy?
Yes, I am. I sure am. Yes, I am.
You sound dumb.
He's my baby.
And he doesn't date African-American women.
No, he don't date African. When he started out, he started dating Hispanic, whites, Greek, Italian.
It's so sad.
Well, I'm not either one of those. I'm African-American and he dated.
First of all, the mother should be proud. This lady is so, she's respectful. She doesn't use so much bad words. I understand that. She's beautiful. The grandchild is so beautiful. Why are you so upset? These colors, they make people go crazy sometimes.
It's a phase going
You don't even I put up a picture of this little child. You don't even want to look at the baby, do you?
Why should I?
She ain't gotta look at.
The mother is so crazy to the extent she doesn't want to look at the photo of the possible granddaughter. That's so bad. What is the difference between that one and this one?
Well, one of the big things is she likes her do-rags, and she'll...
If you look at this one, it's the same thing.
It seems like, honestly, since Ashley has got to know John, our relationship has kind of
It's
the same thing.
separated a little bit.
Do they
Kinda
come over?
distant.
Do they come over for dinner, or you go over to theirs to dinner?
No. So no.
No dinner, no nothing. Doesn't want to go to the birthdays. Doesn't want to do whatever. It's the same thing. Let's go back.
Look at her. She don't look at
Do you think
You
think she
never
looks?
look at her.
Do you think she looks like your son?
Yeah, she does. She does. She does. She does.
Get back.
She does.
So, up to this moment, what is your opinion? We keep going and then we'll go to the conclusion. Okay.
Okoye, what is your preference in women?
I don't really have a preference.
Oh, okay. You
Yes,
sleep
it
with
does.
anything.
You see, the son says, I don't have preference. Yes, I can date Mexican, I can date white, I can date African, black, whatever. The son, but the mother is the one saying, don't date black people. The same situation we have the other way. So let's go back a little bit. The question was, what is your preference? There is no problem with the preference. You can say, like I say, I prefer to date white people or black people, whatever. You can have a preference. That is not racism. But what goes after that, like going crazy, that's the problem we are having. Each person has preference. Someone say, I only date Muslim or Christian or tall or short, whatever. That's their preference. But what goes like going to all the things like you cannot even look the face of the child because it's black and you are black too. Or the other mother says, I'm not going to the wedding, or the baby is born, I'm not going because this white child is, I mean, the white, my daughter who is white is marrying a black person. That's the problem. But there's a problem. There's no problem to say I prefer my daughter to have a white person or a black person, whatever, but to go crazy, that is the problem.
Preference in women.
I don't really have a preference.
Oh, okay. You
Yes,
sleep
he
with
does.
anything.
Yes, he does.
have a
He has a
preference,
preference.
Lord.
Yes, he does.
The mother is
Wait a
interfering, you
minute.
see?
Wait a minute. It's a phase. What women have you dated before her? Greek, Italian, mixed,
Pretty
white.
much mixed women, Lord.
Thank you. Thank you. Not a black woman.
So when you are mixing with half black, you half white, so what's the problem? Like the guy says he doesn't have a preference. Mother, you are forcing. It's look like you are the one who's just, you are upset by your son to be black, that you didn't want to date a black person. Because why are you forcing all this to your child? I mean, first of all, it's a grown up. It's not just a typical child. It's someone is grown up. Huh?
I want to get.
She's black.
I want to get.
So if you are pretending like he's a face and you don't want to look like that, is pure racist like the other person. Like, what's wrong with these people? Huh? I'm getting upset now.
Get something straight before we get the results of all this. Queen, what's wrong with your son dating African American women?
Okay?
I don't have a problem with it. His preference is not Afro-American. I don't have a problem with it.
No, you have a big problem.
I always told him I wanted to bring a black woman home.
When you just
Always.
asked
He
him what
never
his
did that.
preference was,
Now she
then
brings the
he
black
said
woman
his
into upset.
preference.
He going to they
Would you say, Okoye, you're a mama's boy?
No more. I wish I was a mama's boy.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
The mother is so interfering.
If this is your granddaughter, you're going to get in her life?
No. What?
You see?
She don't have to.
If this is your granddaughter, are you going to be in the life of that granddaughter? No. Why? Because the granddaughter is black. Let's go back.
Say, Okoye, you're a mama's boy?
No more. I wish I was a mama's boy.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
If this is your granddaughter, you're going to get in her life?
No. What?
She don't have to.
Okay. Okay. So let me tell me right now. If a white person says that one, I'm white, my son is white, but I will not be involved because you have a child who is interracial, whatever, you are dating black person. Like, is racism pure? But what about this one? And this is the problem we have. Like when people go and define what is discrimination and racism, we all refer white doing to a black person. It doesn't matter who is doing. It's just like being a thief. If you steal, you steal. It doesn't matter whether it's a billionaire, Bill Gates is stealing from a poor person, or a poor person is stealing from a rich person. Both, there is no justification. You are a thief. That's all. So the action has to be condemned. Doesn't matter who is doing it. So if we get upset with a white person, we have to get upset with this situation. Similar situation. Let's go back to the white family and we'll see.
James like? Do you know him?
James is, I've been around James a little bit. Cynthia and James live in Colorado.
So when's the last time you saw him?
Well, it's been 2 years.
And she's pregnant now. How do you feel about
pregnant.
that?
Cynthia's
Little
pregnant.
grandbaby.
Beautiful little black boy.
Yeah.
You know,
how does that make you feel, though?
It's hard to accept the cultured baby coming into the family because I have a very large family and there's not one black person in my family, and it's like trying to explain this to the family, you know.
You don't like
what to explain? There's nothing to explain. Like, what do you need to explain? This is pure racism. I mean, I understand the ignorance part sometimes. I have no problem when you say, like, okay, I'm white, I prefer my kids to get married to white people. There's no problem with that. I'm black, I want to whatever. I have no problem with that. But when you start going like, okay, this is, you are not supposed to, even like a child is born, you don't want to be in the life. That is something of the chart. Let's go to this question, which is very, very important.
So what happens when Cynthia gives birth? Are you going to be there?
It's going to be just in a few months, and I don't know that I'll be able to make it down there. And this is her 4th child, and this is going to be James' 1st child. And they do need that special moment. They need that special bonding.
What about? No, as a grandmother, you have to be there. Their 1st child for them, but yes, it's 4th for your daughter because all the other kids are white, but is having child with a black person, whatever. You are finding an excuse not to go.
If they get married, will you get to be there?
Again, I can't say that I'll be there unless, you know, it's
the wedding of
I
your
have
daughter.
notice to close my business, and then I would possibly be there. Yeah.
All the wedding they have to plan in advance, but see, she doesn't want to go.
Are you racist?
No.
No,
I'm not.
You're not?
No, I mean, I just don't want my daughters being, and it's not just blacks. I wouldn't want them with. No, I would not want them with Jamaicans.
Jamaicans are black too.
I wouldn't want them with anyone. I mean, okay,
Jamaicans are black.
There's something else too. There's more than black.
Yeah. Jamaicans have something else besides being black. What is that? They are black. Okay, yes, they do reggae and the other stuff. Yes, just like white, they have also country and other music, whatever. But they are all white and they all are black, whatever. So.
Africans, no.
Like
Puerto Ricans,
no. Chinese, no.
Arabs,
no. Asian, no. Just, I want my girls, honestly, I would have thought my girls would have ended up with a sexy, hot, white professional guy, you know. And, you know, they've made their choice. And do I accept it? No.
You know.
Okay, that's what we are getting into. Okay, so this is the most interesting part, the DNA test. The DNA test, because they went there for just to test whether this guy, Okoye, whatever, is the father. And obviously the nose look like the same, like the guy, and obviously most of the beauty comes also from the mother. Let's see what will happen.
When it comes to 6-week-old Rain, Okoye, you are the father.
He's the father. Okay, let's see the reaction of the mother now. And this reaction will tell you whether what was talking about, even not looking for the child, was it true or not. She's now running away.
You knew that from the beginning anyways. You knew. I don't want nothing to do with her. You knew. You don't have to have nothing to do with me.
I know you are a good woman, all right?
She doesn't want to do anything with that child.
The granddaughter. This is your grandbaby. Okay, be easy now.
You're a disgrace. That's what you are.
You're a disgrace.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're a disgrace.
Yeah,
I'll be that.
Queen. Hey. Don't you want your daughter to have a
No,
granddaughter?
I don't want to have that.
She has my mom.
And she don't have
That's
one.
all she needs. That's all she needs.
Just be a good dad.
Yeah. So that is the situation. My point is, we usually try to take excuse as black people that we are not racist. The same action can happen. I'm married to a white person. Let's assume it didn't happen, but let's assume I went to a family of my wife and they say, we don't want to get married, blah, 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 blah. And the black person says, oh, these people are racist. But what if the same thing happened to me? I'm taking the woman to Africa, to my parents, to my relatives, and they say, no, we don't want to get married to a white person. And the white person will say, oh, are these people racist? But we take excuse, oh, maybe these people are still traditionalists or whatever. No. If you say this by saying no is racism, and this should be racism too. I have no problem to have a preference. I have my preference, you have preference, whatever. But what goes crazy is like you can say, oh, I prefer, for instance, personal, I prefer my children to get married to people who live here in America. Whether someone will be coming here as immigrant or not, I have no problem. Obviously, I'll question if he's going to get married to someone, let's say you just meet online, whatever. Well, are you getting married with my child because of the green card or not? Obviously, I'll have those questions. As a parent, I have to be there. But even just like a rich person with a poor, I understand all those kind of things. But I will not go crazy to the extent like this person says, okay, I'm not going to be into your wedding of your daughter. I mean, you don't go to the wedding. You don't go to the granddaughter's born. You are not going there. That on the black family, you don't want even to look at the picture of your granddaughter because your son expecting to be dating only white people. That is pure racism. You can say, okay, if you get, I would prefer you to get married to a white person, but if you have a black, I have no problem. The child is born, you are there, granddaughter, have fun, whatever. But didn't want even to look at the picture. I believe for those 6 weeks, you have never touched the baby. You don't want even to be part of the life of your granddaughter because the person dated the black person. The problem is not that the son, the problem is the mother. The same way, the problem is the mother on the white family doesn't want even to attend, to be participating into things about the marriage, to be involved for the daughters, because the daughters are dating black people. So in both the situations, in my opinion, are the same. That is a crazy disgrace, should be in all matters, should be against. Both are racist. It's beyond just what we call preference. It's just like, so let's say for me, I prefer, maybe let's say I'm a fan of Cristiano Ronaldo. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that I hate Messi. I want to see Messi broke the legs. It's not meaning that Messi should die or whatever. No, that's not the meaning, because I say, when you say this is my preference, yes, when Messi or Argentina is winning, I would prefer Ronaldo to win, but if he's winning, but it's not going to be crazy like my life is going to ruin. No. The same way, if someone is a fan of Lionel Messi, they're not wishing like Ronaldo to be in jail or to die or to break the legs. They're not wishing that way. So that is the matter of preference. The world should continue. So yes, maybe the daughter or your child doesn't date a person in your preference. That's you. It's just in the same way when it comes to the profession. If, let's say, you want your son or your daughter to be a doctor, and if it doesn't become, you cannot just, okay, because you didn't become a doctor, you will never forever talk to me. You're never going to be part of my life. No. What they have done is not a criminal activity. It's not like they committed like a homicide or a murder or something. No. They didn't commit such a thing to say that I don't want to be part of you. So the problem is them, the parents, not the children. And remember, we are talking about this one in the current time, 2023. What's your opinion on that situation? So, in my opinion, the final is I don't care whether you are white. I don't care whether you are black. Both can be racist. If a black person spit the saliva into a black a person is racist. If a black person is spitting the saliva to a white person is racist. That's me. It's the action, not the person who's doing. If the action is racist, I don't care who is doing. That's me. I don't know when you were